So let's bring in the lovely guys, Pa and Joakim from Sabaton. Hey, everybody.
Hello there.
Going back, so chat knows a little bit of history. The first time we toured together was in 2006. We were both baby bands then. How
you guys were still an international band. You had some experience, and you were in the UK. You were superstars.
We were on our first European tour, first tour in a nightliner for us that time.
That's right, and we were sharing a tour bus together, so we had some good times. But how did I know how you got on the tour in my story? But how did you end up on the tour? Maybe you can tell the chat how this happened.
Pat, you want to bring this?
Yeah, there was a guy. There was a 3-band billing, and there was the main band of the whole European run was this German power metal band Ed Guy, and there was one guy in their crew and kind of their like that. He really loved Sabaton, and he was pushing hard to get it in, and then we had to kind of use our lobby and our powering, which we didn't have. We didn't have any connections, so we had to use our power of the wallet to get ourselves into that tour, and eventually get on a tour. But we had no idea what to expect. But we were super happy that we made it. And again, it was our first tour. We were not even the full band. We couldn't get our keyboard player to join the tour. So we had to have another keyboard player on the tour.
Yeah, 17-year-old who never been out of Sweden before.
Yeah. Pretty damn awesome.
I used to love that guy, though. I thought he was awesome because everyone was like, oh man, he's too drunk and stupid all the time. But I was like, man, when I went on my first nightliner tour, I was probably 22 or 23. And I just went absolutely stupidly crazy. Like I was a bottle of whiskey every single night before the stage and just like being a complete idiot. And so I was like, come on, man, give this guy, everyone was complaining. I was like, if you're 17 and chuck you on a nightliner with unlimited booze, of course you're going to go crazy.
And he did.
But we did have fun. And I'm going to show a picture of how much fun we had.
Oh, really?
So people can expect, so they know what to expect on this stream. You know, we give them a little teaser. So we finish off the last show with just us and you guys in Belgium at the Bebop. And the story is, you guys thought it would be really funny to come and prank us as a last show on stage by coming on looking like, well, let's say, looking like something. I'm going to show something. You guys maybe should close your eyes if you don't want to see this. Chat. You want to close your eyes?
No, I'm worried.
Turn away. I know you guys haven't seen it. You haven't seen this photo maybe ever. Maybe, a long time ago.
I haven't. I don't even know what you've got.
Now I'm worried.
Look at that. This is Sabaton in 2006 on stage with DragonForce.
Looks strangely like Joakim's ass. Not that I know what that looks like, but
you have an experience of how his ass looks like.
The general body shape. Kind of, I think I can tell that.
Oh, yes.
What happened there? What kind of idea was that? Whose idea was it to come on stage naked? I think you would kind of, I don't know what you're doing with your hand.
We all
there.
had corpse paint as well. We all had corpse paint.
Yeah.
I don't know where the idea came from, but I know we ran around naked and we had sort of socks on our private parts, if you will. And I remember having those torn off by you guys because we thought we'd have some protection. But you tore those off, so we were absolutely dead naked. And then you grabbed the aforementioned Alex, the 17-year-old who'd never been outside of Sweden before, our young keyboard player, who, by the way, is a nice guy. And you gaffer taped him together,
and
his hands and his feet together. And and the crew. The crew, because you were playing, obviously. And they threw him into the crowd.
Well, I thought that was the funniest part because what happened is I remember we found out somehow that we knew you guys were going to do that. So we were like, let's make their prank backfire and instead of having to be on stage for just a second with your knobs out, and we tied him to the to the riser for a start, Alex. So he was like on the stage naked and he couldn't run away again. And I think then he threw them in the crowd. But do you remember before that, we did something with the microphone and like you were trying to do speeches and then Zippy was out the back saying, I'm a raving homo or something. And like, so it sounded like every time you went to speak into the microphone.
Oh,
like
somebody cut it out. Yeah.
And it was Zippy was like, doing like saying all this stuff like, oh, I'm a
I remember
idiot.
you caked I remember this show pretty well actually. You caked both Richard and Oscar who were playing guitar at the time.
Yeah.
Well, cake in the face, but it wasn't cake, it was shaving foam with quite strong aromas. So I mean, even if they got the shaving foam off, all that, perfume and shit stung in their eyes, so they couldn't see shit. And you caked them just before they got caked just before the double harmony of Into the Fire.
Oh, that's actually a bit mean. I didn't even.
Very good timing.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, that picture is possibly going to get me banned on Twitch for some time. Just so you know, we spent a live stream writing a song in the style of Sabaton. Since you have a method of doing Sabaton songs, should we show you so you can maybe talk through it in how our method works, that we believe that how we think a Sabaton should be written. Is that okay? Maybe you guys can comment on it.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Look at this masterpiece. I think this is better than what you guys have done, but I don't want me to be arrogant. What's new that came out recently?
Sabaton's good too, yeah, I like them.
We known Sabaton for so long. We like basically
we were
friends.
Apparently, I read this interview with them, and apparently we were like their first ever tour. I didn't even realize that at the time.
That's right.
But that was like their first tour they ever did.
I think we should force you to write a Sabaton song right now.
I honestly think I can do it.
Then we can write an album we can finish a Sabaton album within what? An hour?
I'll just start off with the chorus. And across the sea. I suppose it's got to do that, right?
Well, of course.
Those are the best chords. War, 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 war. We love the war. We want lots of war. You know what? That'll be the chorus. Let me record it.
How long does it take you to think of a chorus usually, Joakim? Faster than that?
Rarely. Well, except for Swedish Pagans, that was faster actually. But most others take a little bit longer.
Yeah. There we go.
You need to have some kind of keyboard thing.
Yeah, we need that.
Which will be the same chords, obviously. So, hang on. I'll change it a little bit, though.
This is much easier than writing a DragonForce song.
Well, the funny thing is, it's pretty much the same chords anyway. It's just slower. Will the drums be a dunk, 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 or a dunk, dunk, back, dunk, 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 dunk?
I think the first one.
Dunk, dunk. So, dunk.
Sam is in a race.
Right, okay, that'll fucking do. Copy and paste that 50 times in a row. The intro can also be the outro, I guess. Fuck it, why not?
Oh, we're even doing an intro. Wow, we're really making it serious here. So I haven't seen you being serious for a long time. Every time I see you on the tuba, it's like, you drink more, you prick.
Something on the keyboards. Ding, 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 ding.
You approve the keyboard techniques, or you think he's kind of a bit? You should make a bit more effort.
To be fair, a good idea usually starts with something in your head, and you start singing it and record it somehow. So I can't fault him there. Maybe his technique on the execution could be improved somewhat.
Let's see Sam's vocal execution, huh?
To sing.
Yeah.
Because they sing lots of songs about it. War, war, we love the war. There's lots of songs to sing. Right. War, war, the only thing I regret about this stream is I forgot to roll the R's.
That's true, though.
Ah, you forgot that, true.
Oh, you forgot to roll the R's.
No, I forgot to roll the R's, and I wish even though it was only a silly streamy thing, I was like, why didn't I roll the R's? It could have been so much better.
Can you explain what the R is about? People that don't know.
Well, when you roll the R's.
Well, to be honest, actually, it's was my way to sort of eliminate a bit. I mean, it doesn't take it away totally, but to sort of disguise a bad English accent. I mean, it's not my native language, and rolling the R sort of hides the Scandinavian accent, if you will.
Oh, okay. So, because I love it personally. Like, I think it just brings a nice kind of energy to it brings the words alive a bit. Like, and but was that your main reason for doing it actually in the beginning?
Well, that it was easier to put
more expression in it.
More expression in it, and we're singing quite fast vocal lines. Sometimes squeezing a lot of words in, and if you're singing stuff like ruthlessly ruling the East really fast, or Jenny at the gate as the SS open fire, all of these things, getting numbers in, over pronunciating, rolling R's actually helps to deliver with a punch, because it's only not about well, you would know this, of course. It doesn't matter if it's guitars or vocals. It's not only about delivering, it's also making it clear, and over pronunciating sometimes with vocals help.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, I thought so too. And I was just actually I always thought, I remember you showed me a long time ago, you had this cool mic in the studio where you would hold have you still got that thing? It was like a sort of mad contraption.
Rode NTK, Rode, Danish, Australian thing. Most people from the streaming industry would know that brand for sure. And I built because I was tired of standing in the studio with a condenser mic on a stand singing like this. So I sort of took. I mean, I get the idea. You want the condenser mic for a reason, but I built sort of like a stand where I could hold it like a stage mic, and that being built on top, so it felt like the same. I could move around, stand like in front of a monitor.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Herman, have you seen that? It's like you would have a heart attack because Herman's always like, put that there and stand 1 centimeter, 1.57 away from it, and I'm like, oh fucking, who cares? As long as it's But that's why I always think if I tried to do that in the studio, even though I'm not the singer, like if Mark tried to do it, Herman would be like, you can't do that. But I was like, I want him to see that you've done it, and it obviously works.
No, well, to be fair, I mean, it's all different from different voices as well. I'm pretty loud in the studio. I scream a lot, and I'm pretty steady, and I keep them mic live. I usually keep the mic very steadily and close to my mouth. I only open up a few times when I'm extremely loud. So I'm not, nothing bad with it, but Bruce Dickinson, jumping the mic back and forth. With his technique and his output, he needs to. For me, it works. For some, I think a lot of singers would benefit from trying it. But
No, that's what I always thought. I would love to get Mark to try it actually, but I'm sure Herman's going to complain, right? Herman?
No. Let's look at your technique, Sam. Should we look at your techniques here? I think we've got a video or clip of that.
To sing war. There's lots of wars. Something rhymes with sing.
There's something that rhymes with sing, okay?
What about that we're not usually in because they're from Sweden and they're never in the war? Sorry, I'm glad I'm on the internet. You can't punch me from down the phone. War, with lots of songs to sing. War, we love. There's lots of wars that we're not usually in.
We're not being offensive. They're Swedish. They're like neutral all the time.
They're nice anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, war, we love the war. There's lots of songs to sing. War, we love the war. We love the war. There's lots of songs to sing because they love to sing songs. War, we love the war.
I'll get to the music part.
There's lots of wars that we're not usually in. Okay, right. Let me write that down. War, war, we love the war. There's lots of songs to sing. War, war, there's lots of wars that we're not usually in. War, war, we love the war. There's lots of songs to sing. War, war, there's lots of wars that we're not usually in.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking good.
We're just missing the R actually. I think we're missing the the rolling. I would have enjoyed the rolling more actually, Sam. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh well, I tried my best. I was a bit drunk. That's all I can say.
Let's hear the whole song then. That was the moments I wanted people to see how terrible you were. But sorry, Sam. Improvise one on stream. I'm gonna count it. 1, 2. This is the song. 2, 3, 4.
Write a song about the war, the one with guns and tanks. Sadly, I have lost my arm. It's hard to have a wank. Oh, I need my mom. Oh, this is not much fun. It's really not much fun. War, war, we love the war. There's lots of songs to sing. War, war, there's lots of wars that we're not usually in. War, war, we love the war. There's lots of songs to sing. War, war, there's lots of wars that we're not usually in.
Oh, that'll do. We get the idea.
We got the idea. Oh, was that painful to see? Oh,
that was painful to hear it again. Actually, now that I've got a bit better at doing these live writing sessions, like that sounds really shit.
To be fair, you got one thing very right, especially with the synthesizer. You avoided going on one. You go one, ba 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 ba. That's something I always end up doing. I don't intentionally do it, but that's when you do it. But then you sort of, sorry to say, fucked it up when you came into the singing part, because then you were always on the one, and I always avoid the one. I need to know which chord I am on, you know.
Oh, okay, that's quite interesting actually. Yeah, no, I didn't. I need to study your stuff a bit harder then.